Hey, what's up you guys? It's Caboose XBL bringing you another Injustice video, and what you're seeing in the background is some Zatanna gameplay followed by some Cyborg Superman gameplay. Now, what we're going to be doing today is practically just talking about my thoughts, my opinions, and basically everything that I think about Zatanna, followed by my thoughts, my opinions, and everything that I think about Cyborg Superman, the skin at least. So starting off with Zatanna, oh my goodness, honestly one of my favorite DLCs now. She has the most fun moves to execute. The only thing I really don't like is her trait. Her trait's really hard to just kind of get used to because of the fact that you really can't block, but it has really good features to it at the same time. You know, she has like a little portal with her trait that absorbs projectiles. So if you got like Deathstroke spamming you and you use that move, those bullets will just go through, you know, and it won't hurt you. But the only thing is you got to be really on the attack, because as soon as you get attacked, as soon as you get hit once, you're out of the trait, you know. So it's very hard to execute that trait and actually do really well with it. But for the most part, man, it's freaking wow. She is so much fun to play as. Like, I couldn't even believe some of the stuff that I was doing in this gameplay. You know, this was me jumping into practice for 5 minutes and then going, okay, I know some basics, time to record some gameplay. And my goodness, I was dropping some really cool stuff, man. A few of my gripes, I could say, which are not really gripes, it's just some things so that this character isn't the most OP character in the world, is her back 3 range is super small, like incredibly small. The person has to be right up front in front of you, kind of the same way as Shazam's back 3 and Black Adam's back 3, where your opponent has to be like right in front of you to perform it. But that's not really much of a problem, you know. Other things, she's a little low on the damage side, so you know, spending more than 1 meter to drop a 40% combo is usually needed, unless you're friggin' pro. As you could see on the Zatanna live stream last night, like that guy was dropping almost 40% with 1 meter. That's really good, because she doesn't do incredible damage. She can do a lot of zoning techniques. She practically has like an unblockable move, and that's just ridiculous. Like the whole fireball teleporting behind your opponent and everything. It just leaves your opponent going freaking nuts and not knowing what to do. One thing that I think is pure genius is that all her moves are like in the moves list are spelt backwards. So like when the commentators, you know, have to say her moves and stuff, they have to say the moves backwards practically. But it also kind of confuses me because like I'm reading this, I'm like, oh, what am I reading, you know? And like I always have to, and look at that, that was freaking awesome. But yeah, I always have to like read it backwards, and it just feels weird. But yeah, she is so much fun, like incredibly fun. The amount of things that you can do with her is almost endless. You know, if you can combo with her trait, that's amazing, because I can't do it for shit. Yeah, once again, she has some zoning techniques. You know, you can rush down with her, you can keep away, you can do so many different things with this character. And like, honestly, it's one of the best DLC characters they've ever released. She's very balanced, you know. She's not like Martian Manhunter, where she can do absolutely everything and is almost impossible to beat. I'm not saying that, but like, you know, Martian Manhunter is friggin' awesome, you know. He's really hard to beat. But yeah, she's not super impossible to beat. You can really get it close and you know, punish on some moves. But yeah, overall, like, this is legitimately one of the best in DLC that they've ever released. She's like, I have never just picked up a character, you know, like for the first time and just legitimately thought, wow, this is pretty easy to do some stuff with her. And she is one of those characters. You could just pick her up, and she has these super fast moves that really make you feel as though you're accomplishing something in terms of combos. And that's like the best trait about this character, really. Another thing is, after you perform a back 3, her jumping range is so small. Like, you could see at times, like, I perform a back 3, and then I want to get them with the jumping 3, you know, like catch them in the air. But I can never do it because it's just so small, that range. So you kind of have to be really, on point and be able to do a dash after the back three and then catch them in the air. Like right here, see, look how like late I catch them in that. So it's pretty rough, and it's hard to do some things with her. But for the most part, once again, like this is a solid, if I had to rate it out of 10, this character is a solid 9.5 out of 10. I really don't have too many complaints with her. She is so much fun, and the pros are going to freaking adore her. Yeah, I can definitely see her winning some tournaments maybe sometime soon. But yeah, so that is my thoughts on Zatanna. Moving on really quickly, we're going to talk about the Cyborg Superman skin. It's a really freaking cool skin. A couple things to talk about. It's got the regular intro of any other skin other than the very original one, and the regime. But it's got the outro of the regime costume. So that's pretty cool. One thing I like is this is basically got the clash quotes of the regime Superman. So like I clashed with this Superman, and they had a quote as though it was the regular Superman against the regime Superman. So that's cool. But the complaint to that is it's got this robotic voice, and you can barely hear what he's saying. Yeah, so it's definitely got this like little robot voice in the background of it at all times. So that's really cool that they actually put some real work into this costume, and it even says Cyborg Superman wins when you win as him. So that's not bad in my books. I really enjoyed that they didn't just throw in another Superman skin. They actually put some decent work into it and made it a cool skin. In terms of the design, it looks really badass. Superman players are going to freaking love it, and all you're going to see online is those dudes just playing the crap out of them, zoning you out with the lasers. But yeah, so the Superman skin is good, and Zatanna is great. But tell me what your thoughts are on this down below. I want to know, do you enjoy the Superman skin? Do you enjoy Zatanna? Because I really do enjoy both, and I think that this is one of the best DLCs to ever be released. The only thing that we didn't get out of this is some cool skin packs, but that can be accepted, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, once again, other than that, tell me what your thoughts are on both of these things below. I'm CaboosXBL. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Kneel before me. See you guys later.